Hello, this is Professor C.P. Prakasham, former professor from International Institute for Population Sciences, Mumbai. I will be discussing about frequency and cross tabulation under descriptive statistics part 2 by using the SPSS under the data analysis. Earlier, we have discussed about a researcher who has developed a questionnaire, and then we have also give some idea how to recode it and then prepare the data set completely. We will be discussing about how to generate the frequency and cross tabulation to answer his research question. Researcher is interested to analyze the data which has been collected through my survey and to find out the descriptive statistics for his research problem. He wants to find out what is the frequency distribution of age at marriage and place of living, average age of respondent women and standard deviation, and average age at marriage and standard deviation, place of living and acceptance of family planning methods, acceptance of family planning method by number of living children, and place of living with acceptance of family planning with age at marriage, and also want to establish association between place of living and use of contraception. We will answer all the 5 questions in this video, and in the next video we will try to find out what is the association between place of living and use of contraception by using the chi-square test. Also we will try to find out what are the output of the tables, and small discussion for each tables will be given in this presentation. Once the data set is ready for analysis, then we will use the module analyze. Under this module, when you look at the first question of the researcher, frequency distribution of the age and age at marriage and place of living, that is his first question. To develop the frequency, we will go to the analyze, under that descriptive statistics, and there click the descriptive statistics, you will get a sub editor, that is a frequency, and click that frequency, then you will get another sub editor, that frequency will be there, sub editor, and it is having 2 windows are there, left side as well as a right side. Left side you will find out all the variables which have been entered in the SPSS data view. From that, whatever you want to find out, you click the central arrow, then it will come to the right side. Whatever is there in the right side window, that will be analyzed, and you will get the answer from the SPSS software. Therefore, we are interested about the age of the woman and age at marriage and place of residence. That 3 variables, current age, that is Q2, age at marriage Q3, place of residence is given, and then click OK. Then you will give the frequency distribution of the selected variables. Then if you want to bring back from the right side to the left side, again click the arrow, middle arrow, then it will be placed into the frequency, and then you can take another variables and put it. Or if you want to find out entire variables distribution, then from the left side window you can block all the variables and click the center arrow, then it will be shifted to the variable window here, right side, and you can process through by clicking OK button. Here our question is to find out the frequency distribution of the 3 variables which have been selected. Once you click OK, then you will find out the output. You will find output editor which is given here. When you look at the output editor, left side you will have a output, and then down below you will have a frequency, title, name, and all these things. When you look at the right side, the same will be there. Therefore, you can see that what are the statistics we are doing now. We are interested and how many observations it has been taken. It shows that there are 20 observations for the current age, there are 20 observations for the age at marriage, their place of residence is 20. Our sample size is 20, therefore all the observations have been taken into analysis. Then down below you will find a missing value 0, 0, 0. What is the missing value? While collecting the data, the researchers may face the answers as that I don't know, not available, not known, they are not applicable. In that case, if you omit the data entry for that particular observation, then the missing value will show that many observations have been missed for the calculation of the age as well as the other variables. Therefore, this will give the missing value will give us the answer that how many variables are not been entered for the data analysis. This also there is another method of how to impute and missing values and other things that will come in the advanced statistical methods. Then come back to that, down below you will find the frequency table and current age of the respondent. Whatever observations are there, all the 20 observations will be given the frequency. Then age at marriage, which has been taken as a single year, and then it is given, and place of residence it is given. Then how to interpret this? When you look at this table, then total number of observations are 20, it has been taken. Distribution of the sample women, currently married women, shows that at 26 years of age, 15%, and at 31, 36, 41%, there are 10% of the women, and rest are 5% of the women having the age distribution. In this sample, 55% of the sample women are reported their age at marriage less than 18 years. Urban sample of women, there are 12, that is 60% of the urban sample women, and as well as 40% are the rural sample women are existing in the steady data that can be interpreted accordingly. Therefore, while getting the output, then we have to discuss the output accordingly and then identify that. Why we are making like this frequency and all these things? If you look at this current age, there are 20 observations, therefore we got the 20 observations in one sheet. If there are 5,000, 6,000 observations are there, then it will become a very big, and identification and analysis will become, interpretation will become a very difficult. For that purpose, we have to group this, whichever is having a very single large data, then we can group it and summarize it and calculate that. For that also SPSS will give that. That decoding process will be helpful for the grouping of the data. Coming back to the next question of the researcher who has collected the data from my survey of 20 samples data, then question is that average age of the respondent woman and standard deviation. Similarly, average age at marriage and standard deviation of number of living children and dead children. Here we will do only the average age of the respondent woman and standard deviation and average age of the marriage and standard deviation. Let us see how it will go. Then when you look at this, earlier we have given that frequency. When you click the frequency, then click that, then you will be getting the window like this, and left side and right side. Then from that you can transfer whatever variables you require to find out the statistical analysis in the SPSS. Then at the right side there are a few buttons are there. One is the statistics, characteristic, chart, formula, and bootstrap. Down below you will find display the frequency table, OK, paste, reset, cancel, and help. Therefore, when you click statistics, there is a frequency of the statistics will come. In that you will find down below right side the statistics window will give you the quartile, percentiles, and percentiles will give right side central tendency, mean, median, mode, which we discussed earlier, some of the observations. Down below you will find a description, dispersion, that is standard deviation, variancy, range, minimum, maximum, standard error of the mean, skewness, kurtosis. All these measures will give under this value, under this editor. Then whatever you want, you can click, then it will be tick marked. That is a radio button. Tick mark, and then you can find out the output will come for that purpose. Then SPSS will calculate directly and it will give the answer. We are interested about the mean, median, mode, as well as the standard deviation, range of the observation, maximum, minimum, skewness and kurtosis, which you have come across earlier slides. Further, you want to find out a chart. You want to create a bar diagram, or you want to create a pie diagram on the basis of the variables and the data set. Now we are interested to find out whether the distribution is a normal or not. Is it having a curve or not? That we will have the histogram. Therefore, click that histogram, and down below you will find a show normal curve on the histogram. That will also this, and continue. Once you do that, then you will find out the what are the results, and how to interpret that results will come across now in the next slide. After clicking the frequency and options as a statistics as well as the chart histogram, the output will be generated by the SPSS, and it is given here. In the output, you can see the variables: current age of the woman, age at marriage, number of living children, number of dead children, that we have selected in the right side window of the frequency. Then it will give the all the descriptive statistics which we have come across. That is the mean, mode, median, standard deviation, skewness, standard error of the skewness, kurtosis, standard error of kurtosis, range, maximum value, minimum value. Try to remember that these are the things which you have tick marked. If you tick mark other options which is given in the SPSS sub editor, then you will get the output in the same fashion. After getting the output, right side if you see that current age of the woman, which is we have given the histogram, that is a graphic editor will be there down below. Then you will find out the frequency as well as the current age of the woman. It is given the x-axis, and it will represent as a bar diagram. Automatically it will give the histogram. If the mean is the high middle value and all the observations are distributed equally, then you will find a bell-shaped curve. That is the normal. Then you can find out here in the histogram. Whereas down below, age at marriage, you can find out in the graph, most of the women are getting married less than 18 years or between 18 to 22 years. That's why you will find the graph very high, and as the age increases, the graph is fluctuating and it is going down. Therefore, the curve is also slightly different than the normal curve. That shows the skewness. Then how to interpret this? Then when you look at the current age of the woman, it shows that mean age, that is the average age of the sample woman, is 31 years, current age of the sample woman, and median is also 31. That shows clearly mean and median are same or close to each other. Then the distribution will follow a normal or equal. The mean is having the highest there. Similarly, mean plus or minus standard deviation will give you the dispersion or the variations of the distribution in the our data set. Coming back to the range, range is the highest value. That range is the difference between the highest and lowest. Then when you look at the maximum, minimum, that 16 years is the minimum age of the sample woman, and maximum is the 46 years age of the sample woman. This will give you a clear-cut idea that the shape of the curve is a normal, and our data set is the having a 31 is the mean age of the current age of the woman. Coming back to the next one, age at marriage of the study woman, it is having 17.5 plus or minus 2.6. That will give the mean and standard deviation, and the histogram shows little bit deviated, that is the mean is greater than the median. That mean is 17.75 and median is the 17.0 and mode is the 15.00. That shows that a skewness towards the majority of the women are getting married earlier, that is 50% of the men are getting married earlier. That's why after the 18 years you will find the distribution is a flattened to that down below, declining it, and it is little bit skewed towards the right side. And another one is the average number of living children. Average number of living children found to be 2.7 plus or minus 1.3, and the mean is greater than the median, indicates that the distribution is skewed towards left, having the minimum number is 1 and maximum number is 6, other number of living children. That is evident because most of the women, since the mean age is mean number of living children is 2.70 and it is related towards the 2.7 and 2.50 of the median, therefore the number of women who are having 6 children, or it shows very less when you look at the frequency of that value. Therefore we have to interpret the statistical output which has been derived and then give the meaningful answer for your data set. Another question, the researcher is interested to find out the place of living and acceptance of family planning. That means he wants to know that whether urban women are accepting more family planning or rural women are accepting more family planning method. From his my survey data he wants to find out. Then look at the variable which it has been identified, place of living. Place of living we have already coded as a urban equals to 1, rural equals to 2. Acceptance of family planning methods we have coded already as a accepted and non-accepted. Accepted equals to 1, not accepting is equals to 2. When the variables are coded, pre-coded, then we can use the analyze, cross tabulation can be done, and we can find out only the percentages value for that, not the mean and standard deviation. I will discuss about that if the variables are not a categorical variables, if it is a continuous variables, and how to find out and how to do the cross tabulation, that will come across in the next video. But here the place of living is already categorical variable. Acceptance of family planning method is also the categorical variable. Therefore we will use the cross tab, and cross tab will be used as the analyze, descriptive statistics and cross tab. Once you make a cross tab, you will get the window like given below. In that window you will find left side all the variables, right side will be the row and column and layer, and right side still further exact, statistics, cell, format and bootstrap. Down below you will find OK, paste, reset and cancel and help. Suppose you are interested to find out the how many urban women accepted family planning. Therefore you expect that it will come in the place of living in the row wise, and using the contraception in the column wise. It will be depicted in that. Whatever you give here, in the same way it will be, tables will be generated by the SPSS. Then when you click cell, then you want to find out the percentages. Our interest is to find out that how many percentage, if you look, just have an examination with the cross tabulation display. It is having the columns observed, expected and hide, and down below you will have the percentages, that is row percentage, column percentage, total percentage, residuals and other values are given. Whatever you click, it will give the answer for that. Now we are interested to find out the count, number of observations, how many are there, as well as the percentage to be calculated by row wise. This is the most important thing. Our interpretation, according to our interpretation, we have to find out the row wise and column wise, and according to this row and column selection, it will be there. Therefore examining this, then we will see that how it will, the output will be there. The output generated by cross tab is given here. The first, in the top of that, you will find the SPSS will generate what commands it has been given. That is called the syntax. Therefore, it shows that crosstab / tables equals to Q4, that is the variable we have selected, that by Q7 family planning. That is the place of living by acceptance of family planning. Whatever we have given in the row wise, whatever you have given is the first, and column wise which has been given in the by next it will come. This we need not write, automatically it will be generated by the SPSS and output is given. Down below you will find out what module, what procedure SPSS is doing, that is crosstab. Then down below, what is the path of the data, where is the data set is existing, it will give the path. And then how many observations it has taken for the calculation purpose, it shows the next one, that is the case processing summary, that will give. And since there is no missing value, it will show a 0, and the total value, whatever sample we have given, that has been considered for the analysis. Then coming back to that down below, you will find the cross tabulation, place of residence and use of contraception is cross tabulated, that is the heading is given. We have given as a label as a place of residence, and we have given a label as a using contraception. By using these two labels, then it will give the procedure what it has been done, and then it shows that. It shows that the column wise use of contraception and row wise you will find the place of residence. And then when you look at the table, it shows clearly that the around 67% of the urban women and 50% of the rural women are using the contraception. Therefore, comparing these two figures, we can conclude that urban women are using contraception more than the rural women. Is it true? This is only for the sample of 20, but is it true for the entire population? That is, if we repeat, if the researcher repeats the experiment 100 times, is he or she is going to get the same answer that urban women are accepting family planning more than the rural women? That will be tested. That is the test of significance, and all these things will come later stages. But at present, we can say on the basis of the percentages, urban women are using contraception more than the rural women in the study area. The fourth question, researcher is interested that acceptance of family planning method by number of living children. He wants to know that the woman who is having the larger number of children, that is the more number of children, is she using family planning methods more than the children which is having the less, by using the frequency only. Therefore, when you look at that, as earlier we had discussed that descriptive statistics, then you will find the cross tabulation, then bringing the variables into the right side and click the cell frequency, you calculate this, you will get the row wise and the column wise. Here we have given the column wise use of the contraception, and row wise we have given the number of living children. Considering this, the output is given here. First of all, if you look at this table, it shows that the down below 60% of the steady women are using the contraception, and 40% of the women, steady women, are not using the contraception. That is the last column count total. Then when you look at this individual number of living children by using the contraception, then according to number of living children, our sample women with 5 and more are above are accepting the family planning method. That is 100% of the women above 5 and 5. Then coming back to that women who are having 3 children, 83% of them are accepting it, and women with 1 child, there are 33% of the women are accepting it. That means the remaining person are not accepting. That the women having 1 child, higher number of women, percentage of women are not accepting it. But as the number of children are increasing, the more number of women are accepting the family planning. Like that you can conclude in that. Then one hint I want to give it here, that while referring the table, while describing the table, initially you describe the total column, either right side or left side, total column, and then among that you find out the whatever variable you are discussing, find out the what is the highest percentage, and next next lowest percentage, and cell value. Later the important points can be discussed and the table description will be given accordingly. Therefore, here researchers can conclude that as the 5 and 6, higher the higher the number of children, acceptance is more here, but lower the one child woman or only 1/3 they are accepting it. But is it true for the entire sample area, or is it true for the universe or entire population? That will be tested in the test of significance, and other chapters will be discussed later. For looking at the percentages, we can say that 60% are accepting the family planning, and above 5 children all are accepting in the study area. The fifth question, the researcher is interested to find out place of living versus use of contraception versus age at marriage. Here when you look at these three variables, all the three variables are pre-coded, that is most important. And then percentage of our urban is giving in the row, percentage of women using contraception, yes, no, will be giving in the column, and age at marriage, which is a group data, will be given as the layer by using the cross tab. From that cross tab we will get the idea what are the percentages we can calculate here. The use of contraception column by age at marriage is a layer it is given. By using the cross tab command, then the output is given here. When you look at the output carefully, we are interested to find out the age at marriage. If the less than 18 years, 18 to 21 years, 20 to 24 years, by place of living or place of residence, urban or rural, how many people are accepting or using contraception, or what is the percentage of women are accepting the contraception. From the cross tab output, we have restructured the table according to our report, and then the discussion says that the output result shows out of total sample women, 67% in the urban area and 50% in rural areas are using contraception. The women in the age group less than 18 years, 66.7% urban women and 60% of rural women were using the contraception. A sample woman in the age group 18 to 21 years, 80% of urban women and 50% of the rural women in the age group 20 to 24 are using contraception. From this analysis, it was evident that highest percentage, 80% of urban women in the age group 18 to 21 were using the contraception, with variation in other age groups. Like that we can make the interpretation from the cross tabulation which has been derived from the SP. In the earlier video, we have seen cross tabulation between the variables which have been pre-coded. But now, if we are having a variable which is a continuous variable and we want to have a cross tabulation with the coded variable, the procedure now we will be discussing. Suppose the researcher, by using the my survey data, is interested to find out place of living versus current age of the woman. Place of residence is already coded as urban equals to 1, rural equals to 2. Current age of the woman is as it is recorded given by the respondent. In that case, it is a continuous variable. Therefore, we want to find out women living in the urban areas or rural areas, what is the mean age of the woman, that is we have to find out. To answer the researcher's question, to find out, then we have to use the SPSS, analyze, descriptive statistics and explore. Under the descriptive explore is there. Click that explore. Then in the our question is to find out what is the mean age of the woman by the place of living. Therefore, the mean age, that current age should be which is a continuous variable, should be as a dependent. And then comes the place of living or place of residence is the factor list. You put it in the factor list, you can see down here. Then from that you find out, click statistics, that when you click statistics you will get the descriptive statistics. Also further information, percentile calculation, mean estimations and all these things will be there. Maximum likelihood estimations and other things which are not relevant for us now at present. Therefore, when you click statistics, descriptive statistics as a default, it will show with a confidence interval of the mean 95%. Then next one is that click plot. When you click plot, you can see in the right side explore plot. In that we are having the factor level together and stem leaf and histogram and other things. For the time being, we will click factor level together, then it will give a box plot. That will give that, and afterwards you press OK, then we will find out the results, how the SPSS will give the output for us. When you look at the SPSS output, this will give you the right side, you will have a current age and place of residence is the next one, and for that particular place of living urban area you will find the mean, 95% confidence interval, median, variance, standard deviation, minimum, maximum, all these values will be given, all the descriptive values will be given. Similarly for rural area it will be mean, all the descriptive statistics is given. Therefore, from this table we can make a summary table given in the right side with the red color. You will find that place of living urban area and rural area, descriptive statistics of age of the respondent woman. This shows clearly mean age of the respondent woman is 29.50 with a standard deviation 7.12 in urban area, and then in rural area it is 33.25 with a standard deviation 7.63. With that we will have a discussion that mean age of the current woman in the urban area is lesser than the rural area. We can also make the test of significance, whereby in the next when we discuss about the significance of the mean and standard deviation. Down below you can see the graph or the box plot. It is called a box plot. The x-axis shows the place of residence, y-axis it shows the current age. The y-axis is a continuous variable, x-axis is a discrete or a coded variable, coded information. Therefore, for the urban rural areas you will find the box will be there. In between box there is a dark line which represents the mean of the observations. That is the urban area. If you see that 29.50 is that particular line, and above line will give you the maximum, and down below it will give you the minimum values which are coinciding with that, which will give the 95% confidence interval of that particular observations is given in that. From that we can find out how far this distribution is given or deviated and other things. When you look at this box plot, you can directly see that the mean age of the urban woman is less than the mean age of the rural woman. Second thing is that the highest point of the urban woman, the urban area is lesser than the rural area. Like that some other interpretation we can compare it, but here mean judgment can be given and distribution pattern will be given. When the upper and lower limit are very close, then we can say that the distribution is a perfect distribution. Box plot will give us some idea about the distribution, and it is a visual presentation can be done with that. From this presentation we got some idea how to calculate mean, mode, median, skewness and kurtosis and other measures of central tendency and dispersion by using the SPSS for my survey data. Also by using analyze, where other descriptive statistics such as the frequency, histogram, crosstabs for coded variables, that is 2 by 2 or 2 by 3, and crosstab by using a layer. Crosstab for continuous variables also we have discussed. Further, how to interpret the tables also given. Then how to plot by using the explore. We have also understood how to calculate the cross tabulation for the continuous variable, and also how to plot box plots, and some interpretation we have given, and we try to understand from this. Further, to recapitulate what we have done up to now, there is a small problem is given in the next slide. Try to answer that problem so that will give a concept of understanding of descriptive statistics as well as the tabulation procedure, that is the crosstab, how it has been done. You will get the idea from that. This is problem number 1, titled as a car sales. The pre-owned car depot manager, after selling 20 cars, collected the sales data of cars in a particular year and wanted to know what is the average earnings of each brand car. Further, he wants to know which color of car is preferred. If you look at the data, it is given in the Excel sheet. That is the brand name, color of the car age, sale value. Before going to the analysis through the SPSS, you are required to transfer the descriptive variable, the continuous variables, into coded variables as well as the string variables. Suppose if you look at the brand is given as A and B. Therefore, A is coded as numerical value 1 and B is coded as numerical value 2. Color of the car is given a white, red, maroon and other these things. Therefore, you have to recode it. White equals to 1, red equals to 2, maroon equals to 3, giving the for a proper labels and the value labels as well as the variable labels. And then you try to transfer into the from the Excel sheet to the SPSS format. How to transfer the Excel from the Excel sheet to the SPSS format we have already discussed. Therefore, you identify the data matrix before transferring it into SPSS. Here the data matrix is given from A1 to D21, keeping the first one as a title of the columns. Afterwards, after transferring that, you run the SPSS and try to answer for the questions which are being given above, and try to discuss about each question, and if possible, and you want to have a feedback, then you can mail me through the email which is given in the first slide, so that we will have a interactive information and session also. Thank you very much. Like it, share it, subscribe it, and then press the subscribe button which is given below the presentation, as well as the bell which is indicating that subscription. Thank you very much.